Sai Ram to all the Sai devotees. By the immense grace of Shri Sainath Maharaj, let us all now heed to the biography of great apostle of Shri Sai Baba, Pujyashri Narasimha Swamiji, narrated in the book As the Flower Sheds Its Fragrance by DR.G.R. Vijayakumar. Chapter 4, Episode 21. Swamiji's Mahasamadhi. Narasimha Swamiji had laid a firm foundation for the Sai movement by 1956. Sai Baba, who was confined only to Shirdi, was already known all over India. Even in abroad, people were familiar with Sai Baba. The All India Sai Samaj had over 400 Upasamajams affiliated to it. Temples for Sai Baba were constructed all over the country, and in 1956 as many as 80 Sai temples were in existence and many more were under construction. Every day, the number of devotees worshipping Sai Baba were on the increasing trend, and in order to continue the movement started by Narasimha Swamiji, thousands and thousands of volunteers got ready. As a worthy successor, Radhakrishna Swamiji was busily engaged in spreading the Sai movement in Karnataka since 1952. On 12th September 1956, 83rd birthday of Narasimha Swamiji, as per the birth star, was celebrated on a low profile at the All India Sai Samaj and other Upasamajams. Swamiji's health status was not satisfactory. His physical body had almost worn out. Even by 8th October 1956, he was weak due to fever. He was confined to bed. Even then, he directed from his bed various activities like dictation of the editorial for Sai Sudha, attended to office correspondence, and meditated when he was free of duties. In the next 7 days, he developed constipation. His limbs grew benumbed and were not even able to move around. He breathed his last and merged in Sai Baba at 3:45 a.m. on 19th October 1956, the holy Ashvaja Purnima day. When he attained Mahasamadhi, Narasimha Swamiji transferred all his spiritual powers to Radhakrishna Swamiji, whom he had anointed as his worthy successor. At that time, Radhakrishna Swamiji was staying in Bangalore. By the evening of 18th October 1956, Radhakrishna Swamiji learnt that the condition of Narasimha Swamiji was quite serious and therefore spent the entire night in meditation. By 4 a.m., he came out of his meditation and informed his intimate devotees, "My Gurudev Narasimha Swamiji has attained Mahasamadhi just now. As a parting gift, he has given away all his spiritual prowess to me." He instructed them to get ready to catch the morning train to Madras. Sai Baba had given away his treasure to Narasimha Swamiji on 29th August 1936, and now this was gifted to Radhakrishna Swamiji. Indeed, Radhakrishna Swamiji inherited the 3-in-1 treasure, the Holy Trinity, from 19th October 1956 onwards. Along with the band of devotees, Radhakrishna Swamiji left for Madras for taking part in the cremation and other final rituals. Tidings of Narasimha Swamiji's Mahasamadhi spread quickly around, and crowds rushed in to pay their respects. Reuters flashed the news over the globe. Telegrams poured in from far and near expressing grief at the heavy loss. Special services were arranged at various temples, headquarters of the All India Sai Samaj and affiliated Upasamajams. Condolence meetings were held by Sai devotees at various places all over the country, mourning the sad demise of their mentor who showed them who Sai Baba is. On the evening of 31st October 1956, a public meeting was held at the All India Sai Samaj. Kavi Yogi Shuddhananda Bharati Swamiji presided over the meeting. At this memorial service, Radha Krishna Swamiji, Reg Maharaj, Dashganu Maharaj, Sri K.S. Ramaswamy Shastri, Sri T.M. Krishnaswamy Iyer, and other dignitaries paid glowing tributes to the departed Narasimha Swamiji and his services. Just 3 weeks before attaining his Mahasamadhi, Narasimha Swamiji had stated in a message, "In the first place, the spiritual leadership of Sai movement is of the utmost importance, and none but the founder amongst the members could provide it. So, the founder still continues to be the spiritual head of the Sai Samaj and of all Sai devotees." It is to facilitate this work that a cottage behind the temple had been erected and allotted to the founder to live in, and thus become a powerful and always a present guide, director, and helper to all. Even though he has given up his physical body, Narasimha Swamiji is eternally with us forever. He is answering our prayers. He is guiding us in our spiritual efforts. The Sai Baba temple and offices of the All India Sai Samaj at 37 Alamelu Mangapuram, Mylapore, Madras, covering about 18 grounds with the tower rising to a stupendous height, and a spacious front hall represent in concrete form how much Narasimha Swamiji had achieved by his hard work and sacrifice. We have in this magnificent building a library, hospital, and a printing press, community hall for cultural activities, telephone and loudspeaker equipment, living rooms and baths, and other amenities of urban life for outstation devotees, poor feeding, etc. Whoever comes for darshan is provided prasad. Let us not become lost in these comforts. Let us cherish in humility and gratitude the memory of that rare soul for all this. More than 7 times he was stricken by accidents. There was division among his followers. Accidents failed to deter him, and he put heterogeneous elements together and evolved as his master Sai Baba had done in Shirdi, harmony out of chaos. "I find Dwarakamai here in Madras," declared Justice Sri M.B. Reg as he visited the headquarters of the All India Sai Samaj. He could perceive Sai Baba manifesting in that holy atmosphere. He was linked to this place by memory of his close association with Narasimha Swamiji. Out of over 83 years that Narasimha Swamiji had lived, he gave us in the last 20 years the cream of his profound wisdom and scholarship, ripe experience, and above all, the fruits of his tapas. Narasimha Swamiji has left us the legacy, the Sai movement, and the All India Sai Samaj. We should ask ourselves what we in our turn have done to preserve and improve that heritage by contributing our share to the work. There is still so much distress around poverty, ignorance, communal discord, parochialism, selfishness, and greed, and therefore so much to do to remove them by carrying the teachings of Sai Baba, working in loving memory of Narasimha Swamiji. We may change the situation, however little that change may be, but we must change ourselves first. Sadguru Narasimha Swamiji is still living in the literature he has left us. Literature that goes into so many reprints and passes into so many languages. He lives in the Ashtotram and Sahasranamam. He composed and we chant in Sai Mananam and the songs we sing. His spirit is brooding over the cottage behind the temple at the All India Sai Samaj, in the easy chair that held him, nay, in the very temple he built, praying ceaselessly for the grace of Sai Baba that may come down, pouring on us all in abundance. After Mahasamadhi, the physical absence of Narasimha Swamiji did create a vacuum. Initially, the attendance at the temple diminished, but over the years, it has increased by leaps and bounds. Narasimha Swamiji was a great lover of books. He had collected over 6,000 books on religion, philosophy, etc. The Narasimha Swamiji Memorial Library and Free Reading Room was opened by Sri B. N. Dattar, the then Union Minister of State for Home Affairs, on the first Aradhana Day of Swamiji in October 1957. From 1957 onwards, the annual Aradhana Day is celebrated as Founders' Day at the All India Sai Samaj. Narasimha Swamiji felt bhajan as the life of Sai movement. Sri Narasimha Swamiji Dwarakamayi Prathama Sishya Goshti, led by Sundareshwara Iyer, was systematically carrying on bhajan on all Saturdays. From 1959 onwards, Dhanurmasa Bhajan in the early morning is also undertaken. Sri Gopalakrishna Bhagavatar started Radha Kalyanam in January 1959, and this has become an annual feature. Narasimha Swamiji started Laksharchanas to Sai Baba even in the 40s, and this was upgraded to Koti Archana in 1966. In 1958, Sri V. S. Ramaswamy Iyengar, a senior railway official, brought fire from the Shirdi, Duni. This was kept in the Homakundam in front of the shrine and kept alive continuously. Another devotee, Sri N. K. Subbarao, gifted a Dwarakamayi picture of Sai Baba. He also contributed for construction of a room where Duni as well as Dwarakamayi picture of Sai Baba are placed. The picture of Krishna Rama Shiva Marutyadi Rupa Sai, which was in the front hall, was shifted to the rear of the mandir to a small niche under the Neem Ashwatha tree to serve as Gurusthan. In 1962, an annex was built to the east of the dispensary to function as the dental block. Dear Sai Bandhus, we shall now close this episode of the biography of Pujyashri Narasimha Swamiji, and the rest will be continued in the next chapter. Bow to Shri Sai. Peace be to all. Om Sairam.